Hey everyone, this is Tingo welcoming you to another Tingo MSF Saturday Special. Today is actually an old meta, and I just wanted to go over it to acknowledge that this existed at one point. It's still a functional team, as it seems. I just did this practice very recently. This is another Emmarauders counter, and this one was called Punfendertron. Now there's multiple reasons why Punfendertron works. Punisher's passive states, if at least one ally is a city hero, gain 20% chance to assist on non-attack abilities. Gain plus 20% chance to assist on non-attack abilities per defender's ally. And, if Daredevil is an ally, when an enemy attacks him, attack that enemy for 200% damage, plus 10% piercing. So Punisher is the linchpin here. You pair him with 3 other city heroes, which would be Iron Fist, Jessica Jones, and Daredevil. That puts him at an 80% chance to assist a non-attack. The 5th you bring in is Ultron. If you put the T4 on Ultron's special, you'll get 3 bots. Those 3 bots come in not ready to attack, but ready to add buffs, which is a non-attack mechanic. So on your bot's first turn, you have an 80% chance that Punisher will take a turn and attack. This helps you whittle away at one of the most powerful defensive teams of the time. This was one of the main counters discovered before the Shadowlands team came into the game, and I used it very, very heavily. So I just wanted to show this as kind of a blast from the past. Obviously, Heroes for Hire is now on War Defense, Punisher's gone to Skillitary, and Daredevil now lives in Shadowlands, so this team probably isn't going to be used very often anymore. This is in war practice, so some of these numbers may or may not be correct. The Sabretooth rework is really hard to say if this would still work in war right now on a regular Emmarauders. I will say that if you had a massive Ultron and a big Punisher, those were the 2 that would carry this team. And what would ultimately happen is, if you would lose your Punisher early on, most people started to despair right away. But if you made your Punisher large and you made the rest of your team pretty evenly spread, you gave Ultron the chance to take over, because Emmarauders is a relatively slow team. And so if you can get Ultron to summon his bots 2, maybe 3 times, the rest of your defender's team could be gone by then, and Ultron could finish the match off. So there were multiple ways to win this. It wasn't just contingent on Punisher doing all of the counterattacks. Ultron brings the heat as well. If their Sinister was huge, and he managed to clone Ultron, that was particularly tricky back then, because this was before Ultron had red stars. So a Sinister who could clone and had red stars, suddenly that Ultron is at the red star power level. But even so, your Ultron and your bots were already established. You could usually get rid of that Ultron pretty quickly. As always, thanks for watching this Tingo MSF Saturday Special.